Welcome to The Voice of Survivors, a podcast that shares stories of strength and success after domestic violence from the Australian charity Broken to Brilliant. The charity was founded by domestic violence survivors, and our mission is to mentor fellow survivors who are creating a new chapter in their lives, helping them to rebuild after abuse.
And with me today is wonderful Margaret King. And Margaret King is director of Broken to Brilliant and founder of Grow. Margaret is a valuable asset to Broken to Brilliant, drawing on her career as a registered nurse, nursing director, and project officer. Her background includes presenting research, leading workshops, and chairing nursing conferences across Australia and internationally. Margaret, skills in, it says here, Margaret, skills in board administration.
Yes.
Is that exactly how we say that?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, ADHD here.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that's good.
Thank you. And policy and project management, and a huge benefit to Broken to Brilliant. All those contributions we'll talk about. That's wonderful. And you also lead the horticultural therapy program Grow, gardening for recovery, opportunity and well-being. And you are also supported in your work by your family, and that's great that you mentioned that. That's
Great.
important, right?
Yeah, they get in and help all the time.
Yeah. So tell me, Margaret, with all of these encompassing skills that you have, what do you bring to Broken to Brilliant? Tell me about this growth.
I feel I've brought to Broken to Brilliant a more of a stabilising perspective, you know.
When we talk about stabilising.
Well, the founders often have a number of ideas.
Oh, I love this. I love
they
your...
flourish on the ideas.
Yeah.
And they just, all of a sudden, it's just a huge program, and it's come from nothing. And I'll say, well, how did that happen? You know, and they're so creative.
Yes.
Whereas I feel I'm more stabilising. I bring it back sometimes to reality. I might say, hey, let's have a look at this here. How do we get some sort of policy around this?
So you bring the idea from the galaxy into the world to understand.
Yeah, and then not all the time.
Okay.
That's what I feel I do.
Okay.
And then sometimes, of course, because the creativity needs to be explained to me in some detail. And so I can get a grasp of it.
So,
Sometimes I'm not, just don't get it.
Because, number one, it's got to go to the right. You can play around. Don't worry about anything. It's important because where it goes into the community or needs to be explained or funded, is that what we're talking about? Or regulatory or in vogue of the objective?
Yeah. Yes, and it's keeping the governance of the charity, the board, and making sure the processes are in place and that we meet the ACNC regulatory work. There's a lot of things in the background that need to be done.
This is your skill.
So I feel I help doing those so that the creativity and the programs can go ahead, and I can do things in the background. You know, and I have a go at writing things, and like the annual reports, I might pull some, you know, those together, and photos, and that might be fairly basically done, but you know, we do it in our way. You know, it's just keeping all the minutes and just a meat process. It's still required. We still need to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're very good at that. That's your superhero.
My organisational skills, I would say, can get hold of me, and this has to be like this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then I may need to say to the directors, look, you know, we have to be like, this has to be like this. Sorry.
Yes.
And then we just progress and off we go.
So you're not just saying that because I don't want to, it's because these are the rules and regulations.
Yes, there are. Around any charity there is things that you have to meet on an annual basis.
Yes.
Processes that you have to meet,
Gotcha.
policies and procedures. Like we're looking at getting accreditation soon. So there are other organisations that can help you with the basics, and
But I'm sure
I'll be doing.
You always have to
you do that.
software. It always updates. So you would also have to keep updated.
Oh yes, and just keeping a spreadsheet of all our policies and procedures,
Wow.
and this is updated here, this is signed off here, all that sort of stuff. I mean, we do it.
Magnificent. It's so important.
Yeah, just do it in the background.
Yeah.
Like the high tea.
Oh my gosh!
Over the years, that's developed into we've got this.
It is a locomotive train. We're talking about listeners. Christmas in July, high tea. It is nothing in Australia you want to pay you can pay money for compared to this. There's nothing that even presents it as well.
Yeah, well, we've been doing it a few years now, so we've got our spreadsheet that we utilise every year.
From bringing everything in and packed down, it is all organised. That's what I saw.
Yep. And the biggest challenge is at the end of the high tea, getting it back into the vehicles.
Yes.
Bearing in mind all the raffles are gone, and so I can take more things in my car, but it still never fits. So it's so funny. Anyway, it all comes back to my place after the high tea, and then I spend the next 3 days washing all the dishes and the tablecloths and matching up all the high tea, all the cups, all the trios.
Yes,
and
we're talking bone china.
It's fun.
It's a huge collection of just wonderful.
But it's so fulfilling because you've seen people use this eclectic mass of cups and saucers, and then here they are sitting on a couple of trestle tables in my dining room, and they're all just all over the place, and the family walks by and I'm clicking and matching and stuff like that, and then I start wrapping them up in bubble wrap and putting them all away, and they're going, oh mum,
And if mum wasn't doing that, they wouldn't be okay.
They
what I mean?
know. Yeah, then they'll come. I'll say to son, a few days before, Kate's coming to collect these items on Sunday. Can you help us load them into her truck, and then we'll follow her home. She's just around the corner, and we'll help her unload. Yep, not a problem. And then husband gets put out because he's not asked, but he's doing other projects. It's so funny.
I love my husband. We're coming up to 30 years together, 28 years married. And if you've seen on Chris's face, if I say to my husband, get lost now, we're fine to go. And Chris's eyes light up. This is how we roll. This is love.
Do that. Yeah, it is.
I love him to bits.
Yeah. That's
and
great.
I'm in my comfort zone, so I can tell him that because he set it up all for me to fall greatly.
Yes.
And softly.
Beautiful.
Grow.
Oh, grow.
Tell me about grow.
Well, I'm a bit of a plant lover, and I have always had a garden.
Yes.
And then I walked the Kokoda track some years ago.
The real one?
Yes, absolutely. And I came back, and I'd seen all these gardens, veggie gardens and things like that, and it brought back some memories because I come from a market garden. That's where I was brought up. And I came back and I thought, oh, I'm going to grow my own veggies.
Just backtrack, pause. Whereabouts did you grow up?
Oh, New Zealand.
Oh, you and I, I'm a Kiwi, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, look, oh my gosh. Listeners, just pause, just let us go here for a round. Kiwi. Yeah, born in Levin. You hear my accent?
I come from Foxton.
No.
My God, it's 10 minutes up the road.
Oh my gosh. I bring up my husband because he played rugby.
Yes.
And finishing off his career, he was the first Wallaby player to play in the NPC.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we went to the cake tin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, lovely. Very windy.
Yes.
But I was into rugby before my husband ever was.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Spillane Cup, and I'm a Spillane. Something about that in New Zealand, but yes, All Blacks. And so when I met my husband, it was expected. Of course, I'd go for the Wallabies.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go for my husband, but I go for the All Blacks.
Yes. in our house it's split because the lions are here at the moment.
Wow.
And the lions, Australians and the New Zealanders and it's all playing. Okay, so it's all very exciting.
Okay.
The husband and I are New Zealanders because we always support New Zealand first. But
course.
when Australia's playing somebody else, we always support Australia.
Yes.
Children, they're Australian, so they're Australian first. So when Australia and New Zealand play, it's quite different. Now we're off track. We better get back.
No, but it's very disappointing because it is the best anthem of all. Really. To the haka and the New Zealand anthem.
Yeah.
Hands down, go home.
Yeah.
Don't compete.
So getting back to grow and the love of vegetables,
Yes,
obviously,
and now,
it's inherent in my family.
Now I know where you are.
Yes.
I remember growing up there. What you're talking about, growing up there. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So I did that, and it's so fulfilling coming in, and I say to the family, well, all that green in that salad is from my garden. All these tomatoes are from my garden. This relish you're eating is from my garden, and I thought, well, I can move that forward. So I found a horticultural therapy program, and my daughter and I completed that. It took us a little longer than we thought it would to do it because you had to study and do projects and things. But anyway, we got through.
Really?
Yeah. So a horticultural therapist, me, and it's a certificate.
Just by the by.
Yeah.
I want to do some. I better become a horticulturalist.
Yeah. So it's just a certificate. It's not a big.
It is a
deal.
big
Anyway,
deal. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah. So now I thought, well, I'll run the program for Broken to Brilliant. So we've had 2 workshops. The first one was succulents. Now we made bowls, succulent bowls.
Yes.
And I'd collected the bowls from the op shop, and one of our volunteers' husbands had drilled the holes in them, and then we've beautiful succulents. And then the other one just a few Saturdays ago was herbs. So we had showing herbs. So some herbs like dry soil and some like wet soil, and some so we did all that matching and got them into different pots and talked about
that's
that
so
and
interesting.
all that sort of thing.
I need to do that because the one thing
Yeah.
I can't get my hand on is herbs and the water levels and stuff. Everything else around here, it has taught me.
Yeah. So it's it's things that I've learned and then I'm sharing. So the next one we are doing is going to be spring vegetables. In pots. Now we're doing things in pots and troughs and
because
things
you can easily
transport them if you need them. So many people live in units nowadays and they're not growing in, the soil and the dirt in the garden and they need things in pots or they've got little verandas and that's how we're doing it. So we'll be doing that because I've got a lot of spring vegetables.
When's the date for this?
Oh, I think that's September the 6th.
Okay. And for further information on that, as our program ends this conversation, you can hear where the website details are.
Yes.
And go to that.
Yes.
I just want to say I met you at the high tea.
Yes.
And I keep saying to you, wow, when I saw you, you just have that love like my great-grandmother exuded. So
it's so nice. Thank you.
Just you're on just beautiful person, and thank you so much for coming here.
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Lovely home.
Thank you.
It is inspirational to hear these stories and how people want to pay it forward, turning the Broken to Brilliant mission into a reality. You can listen and download the podcasts from the brokenToBrilliant.org website, where you will also find information about all our books and programs. By buying and reading our books, you support the charity, and the stories will help you recognise the red flags of abuse. You will be in awe of the strength and courage it takes for survivors to leave and rebuild their lives. All books in the series are available in print, ebook, and audiobook. You can send a message of hope and kindness by gifting a book to domestic violence survivors through the Give a Book program. Visit the website brokenToBrilliant.org to find out more. Thank you for listening.